guys, and welcome to episode 12 of the Gungeon. And of course, we are in the Gungeon. I'd like to thank everyone for the likes and subscriptions. If you can continue to do that, that would be wonderful. So I told you for Christmas I was going to have different things each time I did a video. And now I have my two little gnome buddies over here. I hope everybody likes them. They look a little Americanish. They don't look very Christmassy, but I'm going to dress them up a little bit. But I just picked them up recently, and hey, I like gnomes. So these are my two gnome buddies. So today we're going to talk about a firearm that I really enjoy. I'm really big into revolvers, and I've got plenty of different calibers, and I will be showing you those in upcoming videos. But today I'm going to show you one of my favorite ones. And here it is, guys. The Heritage Rough Rider, chambered in 22 LR or 22 WMR. It's a 6-shot single action revolver. Look how nice and pretty that is. I actually got this gun probably about 4 years ago. I'm into the cowboy stuff, and revolvers, as you'll see, and I've talked about in the past. I like the cowboy days as far as the cowboy guns. I think they're just really neat. If you saw my first video of my room, I have the Ruger Vaquero, of course, and the Black Hawk, and I got a 357, a 44, the 38s, and a 32. I got plenty of revolvers. Too many to name, actually. So anyway, like I said, my son bought me this gun about 4 years ago as a gift, and I really enjoyed this gun. I've shot it a few times at the range already, and I really like it. I think it's neat. The gun is great. You can't really say too much about it. It's it's the old cowboy gun. So if you like cowboys, this is the gun you like. Anyway, it's got a front sight, as you could see here, which is fixed. And then the rear sights are actually notched a little bit right over here. It's hard to kind of see. I'm going to show it to you a little bit. There's a little bit of notching there. The barrel length itself is about 4.75. Weight unloaded is a little over 30 ounces. I haven't weighed it yet being loaded, but it's a little over 30 ounces. The frame is actually a zinc alloy, and the mixed with a black oxide is the actual color of the gun itself. The cylinder is actually an alloyed steel. So a couple of things about this firearm is it's got a manual safety. I'm really not too into it, but it's not a bad thing. And as you could see, the little red dot there. So when the gun is pressed up, guys, and you pull back on the hammer and you go to try to fire, she stops. As you can see, the small little gap that's in between there, she won't move. Okay, so it won't engage. So you literally have to pull back and undo the actual safety, and you'll see the red dot. And then boom, she fires, she engages. The only thing bad about this firearm is since it's a single shot, you've got to kind of push the hammer back a little bit, and then you got to kind of do your cylinder one at a time and one at a time until you load all 6, and then you can have a heyday with it. But this gun was used back in the old days, in the Western days, in the gunslinging days, I call it, when you had the old sheriffs around and Wild Bill Hickok, and I think that's his name, Wild Bill Hickok. I'm not sure if that's what it was, but back in the old Western days when they had their little mustaches down to here on both sides, and, just a bunch of really shoot 'em up guys. That's all they like to do, shoot 'em up in the bars, especially if you didn't win good at a card game, they shot you up with it. Even though some of them use different calibers, this little 22 I actually like. And the good thing about this is you can change the actual cylinder, and you can shoot 22 Magnum rounds out of this, which is actually pretty cool. When my son bought me the gun, he actually didn't tell me he was buying it. He went ahead and did it because he saw me in a firearm store one day, one of our local gun stores here, and I was looking at it and just kind of looking at it, and I wanted one. I thought about it, then I didn't want it. I didn't want it, then I did want it. Then I kept thinking, and then I ended up buying my father one for a gift, and he really enjoyed it. Actually, he never shot it. Unfortunately, he passed away before he was able to, but he never got to shoot it. So I think my son kind of, felt, I got my dad's gun, but my son kind of felt that, I wanted one too. So he bought me one, which was a great thing. Now, one of the things I don't like on him, but I have changed a couple of my grips, but this is like a plastic grip that's on it. I don't care for that as much. One of mine that I have in there is a pearl grip I have on it, and then another one is a grip that I bought. It was a custom grip with some skulls on it, and then I got another one with some wood grips on it. So, like I told you, I got plenty of these firearms here. I like these little things. I think they're fun. You can't go wrong with them. They're just a really neat little gun to shoot. And like I said, let me give you both sides of it, the way it looks. There you go. The actual ammunition that I use in this gun is CCIs. I like CCIs or Federal is what I use basically in this gun when I shoot it, or any of the other few that I have there. But, it's just a pretty gun, and I know a lot of reviews have been done on this firearm, and one of them was by Hickok 45, and he did a great review on it. And he thought, kind of like I thought in the beginning, that, oh, well, this wasn't going to be a very fun gun until, gee whiz, I was watching him shoot, and he was shooting 20 yards out, 30 yards out. Matter of fact, he hit the gong, which was probably about 50, 60 yards out. Which is so, it's a pretty accurate gun, but sometimes it'll either shoot either high or shoot low. So you kind of, or left or right. So you got to kind of picture where you want to be at and kind of move over a little tiny bit, and bam, you'll hit it every single time. But, anyway, it's a neat little cowboy gun. And like I said, I've showed you in the last video that I had the Henry Golden Boy. So that kind of tells you that, I do like the old style West guns, and, and I love revolvers. I can't say enough about them. You're never going to have a jam issue with them. They're never going to misfire on you, do anything bad. They're easy to clean. This is easy to take apart this cylinder. It's simple. I'm not going to take it apart because other people have actually in their video already. So I'm sure you know what it looks like. I just wanted to talk a little bit about it, and like I had said in my last video, I'm not going to be showing you firearms that I know might be a little unreasonable for some people to afford right now due to the hard times that we're in now. But for a neat little gun, and I can't really say that this is a neat little gun. It's actually, like I said, weighs a little over 30 ounces unloaded. But boy, when you put a little bit of ammo inside here, especially if you're putting, Magnum rounds, it gets a little heavier, But anyway, it's actually no recoil whatsoever, on it. And, it's a great little gun. It's a great little plinker. I think it's fun. I think it's a great learning gun, actually. I don't like to have really kids fire firearms, but if you're in your teens and you're with your dad, and if your dad's to buy one of these, hey, let them shoot it. It's a neat little gun. It's kind of like, well, I don't want to say it is, but it's kind of like a BB gun or a pellet gun. We let our kids use those. Not that I'm saying that we need to let our kids carry these around, because we don't, because these can do some serious damage. And if hit in the right place, it can kill you. But the gun is a great little Western gun, and it's just such a cool little firearm. I just can't say enough about it. I enjoy it. I enjoy firing it. It's just a fun little thing to mess with, and it's just unreal. It's just unreal. And the only thing, like I said, I'm not too happy about is for me, the left-sided safety here. But hey, you got to take the good with the bad. But as far as that, Heritage is actually, they produce a good gun. And actually, I was researching, and now quote me if I'm wrong on this, and please put it in my comments. But if I'm not mistaken, this gun is made in a Taurus factory in Miami, Florida. So like I said, don't quote me on that. Leave me a comment if I'm wrong, or if I'm not telling you the right thing, please tell me, because, I'd like to know, and maybe research it a little bit more. But that's what I was researching, and that's what I found out. And, I have a Taurus. I talked about that last time, that my wife's 380 is a Taurus. And, I have a couple of Taurus revolvers too that I enjoy. And, heck, if Taurus is if they're manufacturing them in one of their plants, well, you know what? More the power to them. But anyway, this is such a cool little gun to have, and it'd be a great little gift either for Father's Day, for Christmas, someone's birthday. Hey kids, think about telling mom to get one for dad, to play around with, and then you know what? You get to reap the benefits of it. Might be able to play around with it yourself a little bit. But anyway, guys, there's not really much more I can talk about the firearm. Like I said, it's a neat little gun. I like it. It reminds me of the old cowboy days. So, and like I said, I had a dad who really enjoyed Clint Eastwood in the days back then. And my father-in-law, he enjoys the Westerns now with John Wayne and everything. So he's big into the revolvers too in the old West days. And, like I said, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but you just cannot go wrong with a revolver, guys. You can't, no matter what anybody says, you cannot go wrong with a revolver. We can have all these firearms, and I've got tons of them in here, and meaning to say that I'm going to, in the beginning of the starting of next year, I'm probably going to change rooms in the house because this room is actually getting too small now. I'm actually outgrowing it. I got too many guns in here, and hell, I can't even hardly move sometimes in here because there's so many laying around here, laying around there, doing that. So I'm going to move to a bigger room in the house, and I'm going to change it up a lot and let you guys see, more guns on the walls, and you'll see them like in pistols here, semi-automatics. You'll see shotguns over here. You'll see rifles over here. Just kind of depends. And then you'll see knives in one little area. And then, I'm going to just set it up to where you actually can get a good view of it most of the time. I mean, when I'm making these videos, it's kind of hard for you to see really everything that's in here unless you saw the first video. But even since then, there's been more added to here that I can't show. I mean, I should be doing another video of it right now, but I'm going to wait until after the holidays when I move into the different room in the house. And if I don't watch out, my wife's going to end up kicking me out of the house, actually, because I'm kind of taking up the house with firearms, because it's my passion. I like any kind of weapon, and even the people I work with know I like weapons. Like I'd said in the past, they are always asking me about them and asking me if I'd like to buy or whatever have you. But, there's really not much more, guys, that I could say about this gun. Just, get yourself one. Put it in your collection. Hell, get yourself 4. I've got 4. Get yourself 4. And don't forget, get yourself a lot of revolvers, too. I got plenty of those, too. Semi-automatics are great. Love them. Can't say anything bad about any semi-automatics. Can't say anything bad about anything because that's not what I'm here to do, is talk bad about any gun manufacturers, at all. That's just not me, I'm hoping at some point in time I can even get a sponsor or so, and talk about their, whoever it would be, talk about their firearm, but for now I'm having fun just doing these videos, and like I said, they're not scripted, and I've said it in the past. I don't sit here and script these videos, and I don't think about them. I don't sit here and write things down about them. That's just not what I do. I'm here just to tell you what I know, and if I don't know enough, I'll get on my trusty old phone here and I'll start to research it, and find more information out if I seem kind of stupid when I'm doing these videos. So, guys, I really appreciate that you guys like and subscribing. If you can continue to do that and make this old guy really happy, and heck, leave me some comments. I get a few of them, but leave me more. Tell me more. Tell me what you want to see. Tell me what you want to talk about. I'm not just going to sit here and do firearms. We can talk about different things, like I have in a couple of past videos. So tell me all about it and I'll do it. I might not get with you right away. It might take me about 24 hours because like I said before, I work 40 hours a week. So it's nighttime right now, guys, and I'm doing this video and just got off of work a little while ago. So I'm coming home and doing this video right now for you. So that way I don't lose out at all. And I still keep you guys looking and liking my videos. So, continue to do that. And like I said, continue to like and subscribe and enjoy the channel. Thanks again for watching, guys. Peace out from the Gungeon. Until next time.